Hi, kids. Look at my cat's butt. Anyway, yeah, so this is me, Scott Davis, back for another horror pack unboxing, this one for the month of July. These are boxes which contain 4 Blu-rays. There's also one for DVDs. I don't do that one, but there are different movies in each. But I get the one 4 Blu-rays. They pack in there. It usually has an exclusive to the pack. It usually has something you've definitely heard of and has some indie stuff. It's pretty cool. And I'm a little out of sorts because, you know, it's like 100 degrees outside and I'm doing this on the fly. And also I have to explain that we didn't have an unboxing last month because I actually did a video and it didn't suck, but the audio was all messed up. I couldn't even fix it. So yeah, so that's why you didn't get one last month. You probably have checked out other unboxings if you do this month to month. Maybe from my friend Tanya Atomic, who does these same horror pack unboxings. Very good. But in case you haven't, once I'm done with the July picks, I will real quick review what the movies were in June's box. So, a little bonus there for you. Okay. Alright, now that we can do this. How am I doing so far, Casper? Pretty good? Alright, let's do this. Love this process, don't you? Wonder if my usual cost is gonna bother Casper. I'll bet you it does. There he goes. Anyway, okay, so here's the 4 picks for July's horror pack. Oh yeah, one last thing. You may have noticed these videos also coming out later in the month. I don't know whose fault that is. I don't think it's horror packs. I get the emails, and these seem to be going out at the same time. These seem to be going out the same type of mail. I think it's just all the delays we've got at the post office these days with the current people in charge. So, yeah, that guy. So, anywho, okay, checking this July's stuff. Okay, this is the movie that I cannot escape. I've got this movie, then I said, I don't really want this movie, and I got rid of this movie. And then somehow I got another copy of this movie. And eventually I watched the movie, and I didn't like the movie. And I got rid of that movie too. And then, now it's coming back to me because for some reason, I've had a weird urge to rewatch the movie and give it another chance. What is the movie? It is Case 39, the beleaguered, much-delayed film, which it was delayed a few years until it finally came out in a handful of theaters. But this is a movie with Renee Zellweger, Bradley Cooper, and I actually forgot that Ian McShane was in it. And basically this about this social worker, and she comes across this little girl who's, this girl thinks that she's just this cursed and everything like that, but is the girl evil? Or are there other forces at work? You know, it's one of those things. Okay. Oh, cool! I like this movie. A musical, folks. A musical. I love this movie. And actually, you know what? I should make sure that I put the horror pack exclusive last, which I will right here. There we go. But I do love this movie. It's Anna and the Apocalypse. And if you notice, it's got a nice little slipcover too to it, so that's nice. And this movie is, zombies, I think, way back when I had an old website called Horror Express, and I called the Year of the Zombie like 20 years ago or something close to that. And boy, was it. And then it just didn't go away. And honestly, after a few years, I was zombied out. I think the stuff's mostly played out. But every once in a while, people do something really new and interesting with it. And that's what happened here. Anna and the Apocalypse. It is a high school musical Christmas zombie apocalypse movie. It's great. I loved it. I thought it was a great movie. Okay, what have we got here? Okay, wow, 2 discs. Okay, this is a 2-disc Blu-ray. That's interesting. Okay, so a few months ago, if I'm not mistaken, we got one of the Resident Evil CG animated movies in this horror pack. Now it looks like we got another one. I don't know about this one. Resident Evil Vendetta. It says it's a original CG motion picture. It's a 2-disc special edition. So let's take a look. Chris Redfield, Leon Kennedy, Rebecca Chambers. Yeah, okay, it's a thing, and it's got tons of extras on the first disc, and then it's got a whole extra disc of more extras. So yeah, and it looks like it's in hard R for the CG animated movies. So just because it's animated doesn't mean they skimp, apparently. That's good. Okay, and here is the limited edition, the exclusive. And you know, even if I had not don't know the movie, I know the person and what is on the cover immediately, and perhaps you do too. Give you a second. This is Felissa Rose, aka Felissa Rose Miller, and the legendary star of Sleepaway Camp, who of course has been come out of about 20 years ago or so, started doing movies again and everything, and she's been all over the horror genre since then. She's great. She's doing all the conventions. She's a frequent expert, shall we say, on Joe Bob's Last Drive-In. Felissa Rose, she's fantastic. We love her. Speaking of people that we love, look who just decided to show up. Bobby, did you know that Daddy was making a video? You want to talk about Felissa Rose Miller? No. Okay. Anywho. After damaging her vocal cords on her latest low-budget horror film, veteran scream queen Angie Newborn is set to an exclusive, isolated resort to rest and recover. But a deranged killer is slaughtering the guests by copying scenes from her movies. It's lights, camera, murder in this comedic horror romp. That sounds like tons of fun. And, okay, this is where I don't... And I love horror packs packaging. And I love that this is the image we have. And I know that we know in our heart of hearts. But, guys, you did not list any credits anywhere on the artwork. So I'm trying to find out who did this movie, and I'm going to have to IMDb it. And, but this is definitely Felissa Rose on here. So I don't know if there's anybody else there in the movie besides her. There might be. But... don't blame me. I looked. And now, because you waited so patiently, a real quick rundown of what we got in June's horror pack. First up was a horror classic, Child's Play. That's right, the Child's Play. You know, the series has gone through a bunch of incarnations recently. It's still being kept alive, but I'd be lying if I said that I'm really loving where all the places it's going, but there seems to be a lot of excitement for the new series and everything, so, you know, best of luck, guys. This is the classic. This is the original Child's Play. Lots of extras on it. We've got, like, 2 audio commentaries. We've got a scene-specific Chucky commentary. We've got tons of featurettes making of stuff. Child's Play was the first movie. Second movie... Oh, this thing sounds so badass. Spare Parts. Basically, okay, in a godforsaken bar in the middle of nowhere, an all-girl band, Ms. 45, Nice name check of the Abel Ferrara classic. Rips the stage apart with their punk spirit, but their performance impresses an enthusiastic fan who lures the girls into a trap, sedates them, and starts customizing them. Sorry, too close. Slowly, they begin to gain consciousness and, in total shock, realize their arms have all been replaced with axes and chainsaws to fight gladiator style in a junkyard arena owned by a sadistic emperor, forcing them into the battle of their lives with one prize in mind: their freedom. This also has tons of extras on it. Spare parts, dystopian, post-apocalyptic, riot girl, cyberpunk, melee to the death, sounds like. Hells yeah. I think I'm going to watch that tonight, actually. I got really pumped reading about that. Next, a little more moody piece. I've heard really good things about this one. Gwen. This is also a pretty well-known one. It's kind of gets compared a lot to films like The Witch and everything like that, how we now have like period pieces and kind of like more horror folktale stuff like that, and I've heard this one compared to that, and this one has also extras and stuff. It's a Shudder exclusive. It's a great thing, and the exclusive to June's horror pack, and then I'm gonna get a nice drink of my water here, is the Poltergeist Diaries, which it sounds like it's a found footage film, and I think even though he's not listed on the cover again, I think I see Eric Roberts on here, we see quite a bit. I think I've recognized Brink Stevens too, but again, I like these packages, but guys, we need credits on here so that I can do these. So, okay, but it looks like it's a found footage film about these people who are trying to, friends and family who are trying to find somebody who vanished at a cabin, and it's called the Poltergeist Diaries. So I'm guessing ghosties become a factor. Okay, so that is it for those. I'm sure this was very long and not so smooth, but I will try to make myself more present. Anyway, until next month, thanks very much for checking these out. Be sure to hit like and subscribe, and until then, embrace your inner geek.